Hi, good morning, everybody. I'm glad you're here today. So, I'm Rita Hickman, body mind expert, shiatsu massage therapist, and my specialty is helping women deal with things like burnout or IBS or chronic headaches or, the symptoms that come with us not making good choices, with us not setting boundaries, or with misunderstandings that we have, that come from a long time ago. Beliefs or ideas that we created that just don't work for us anymore. And if we don't change them, then people end up coming to see me. So, today's topic is on how every day is a new beginning. So I was looking for the topic for today's live stream and I ran across a great video, and it was about a young woman who was very down and really struggling, and fortunately she had an adult in her life that was able to remind her or give her a wider perspective. And I thought, you know what, we all need that today. So today, hey Leslie, so today I'm going to remind you of that wider perspective. Anything that you're going through right now is really only temporary. Even when you talk to people who've been through the most horrific things, they'll tell you that it's not 24/7, 100% everything is miserable all the time. And even if you remember yourself, you'll remember everything isn't horrible all the time. Even though a lot of times it feels like it, or you notice it at the same time of day or the same pattern. Everything isn't absolute. When we are struggling, it's just that momentary struggle. And even if we do nothing with our lives, even if all I did was sit out here in this chair and do nothing, things around me would change. Every day would be a new beginning. I could sit here, and if I did nothing, the world would continue to move. It would do its own life, and eventually it would impact me. So we get really caught up in thinking that we are the masters of our universe, and that if we're not happy, then we have to do something about it. If we want our life to change, then we have to do something about it. And part of that's really true. But what doing something about your life gives you is it gives you a felt sense that you're doing something. Really, the only difference between people who do something and people who don't do something is people who do something tend to feel pretty good about it, because they're like, look, I'm doing something. I'm master of my life. I'm making choices. I'm making change. And so I'm ahead of the game. But let's take a couple steps back and look at the big picture. Let's look at the fact that situations of all kinds, hey Ruth, situations of all kinds are made up of so many different circumstances which we have no control over. And how we feel about it, hey Alexis, and how we feel about it right now is just how we feel about it. There aren't a lot of things we really have control over. Fortunately, generally speaking, most people like to move in a positive direction. Most people are good people at their core. And so if you drop the ball, if you don't get things done, other people will come in and pick it up. That's been one of the core beliefs in my bodywork practice, is I'm not looking for everybody. I'm looking for people that are ready for the work that I do. I'm looking for people who have tried all of these other options and they're ready to change their paradigm, to look at the world differently. And this is the new perspective. Yeah, Alexis says, every day I learn it's a new day. Isn't that true? And Alexis, that's true for me too. Every morning, I've struggled for a long time because I'm not a morning person. And that's when I end up feeling everything that's going on in my life. I feel all of the emotions, all of the heartache and the sadness and the despair and the frustration. Hey, Charlene, I feel all of that stuff in the mornings. And so every morning I have to work through this, this buildup, let's say, of past beliefs and ideas and emotions and thoughts. I have to work through it and get on with my day. And one of the things I've totally learned is that most every day I get on with my day. You feel it, you release it, you experience it, and then things change. So a lot of times the rain that you're in and the thunderstorms that you feel and the angst and the war and the pain and all of that frustrating stuff, all of the stuff that makes you think that you're stuck and not getting ahead in the world, hey Anne Louise, those are temporary. Because even if you did nothing, things would change. Even if all I did was sit here, I would probably lose my house after, people had an intervention, after, someone came to rescue me, probably the paramedics, after I didn't eat. things change, or everyone would ignore me, and I would die in my chair, which is an option too. But the point is that even if you do nothing, things are going to change. And so sometimes, and many times, the best thing you can do is hold on, is to do the things that make you feel empowered, that make you feel like there's hope and joy and beauty, and then let all the rest of itself work itself out. Because every day really is a new day. Things are always moving and shifting. Alexis says when she's down, when you're having a down day, I love to do grounding. You know what I love to do, Alexis? I love to give myself a mental health day when I'm really struggling, and I'll carve out a time, a nice chunk of time, like 4 or 5 hours. Hey, Ann. And Annie's here too. Hey, Annie, nice to see you. So I carve out a nice large chunk of time, 4 or 5 hours, and I give myself permission to just be okay with feeling whatever I'm feeling, because emotions really do get stuck in your body. And if you don't give yourself a massage or body work or energy work or time to cry, by watching a sad movie or music or commercials, if you don't give yourself time, dedicated time to do that regularly, then it builds up. It absolutely builds up. So that's what I love to do when I'm struggling, is I look at it and say, clearly there's more going on than I understand, and I feel paralyzed and I feel awful. And so what I'm going to do is do whatever I can to tip me over the edge in order to purge it, in order to feel it and be done with it. Because you don't have to do anything. You don't have to be anybody, because so much is out of our hands. So much is out of our control. You just need to do the things that help you stay grounded, that help you feel and connect with yourself. And if you do that, what happens is you get insights and wisdom you never understood, because you gave it fully time to process, fully time to say whatever it needed to say, and to be heard and validated. So every day is an opportunity to do that. And when it's a practice to be okay with who you are and where you are and what you're doing, then the rain passes. And you find yourself that you're a stronger, smarter, more balanced person. If you let yourself just be and get the experiences you get from that, get the failures, get the blowback, get the frustrations and the depression, you'll realize that those are normal, and they're things that we're all going through. And what their purpose is to actualize us, to keep getting us into a higher and a better and a smarter and a more put together version of ourselves. So every time you're going through that struggle, don't think about, how do I cut this short? How do I subvert this? What's wrong with me? What did I do? How did I get here? Don't think about it like that. Think about it as the Irish do, which is, an emotion came upon me, and then you deal with it. You deal with the emotion that came upon you, because once again, it's not all about you. You cannot control the world no matter how much you really want to. Hey, Michelle, there's so much else going on, so much else contributing and influencing the world, that every day really is a new day. It's a brand new day that's never existed before. There's never been another opportunity. And if today's a day that you sit there and cry for 8 hours, great, because clearly something really needed to be expressed. Something needed to be purged and cleared out of your body. And every time you give yourself that space with respect and honor to just be whoever you are, wherever you're at, you really get to learn that the world keeps spinning no matter what you do. Whether you're an active participant or a passive participant, there's so many other consciousnesses involved, the weather, nature, the universe. There's so many other things that contribute to how our life looks and how it unfolds. And mental health in other people is one of the craziest things to deal with and to be with, and you can't control that. So stop trying to beat yourself up. Realize that where you're at right now, you need to be going through, for whatever reason. You need to either be purging it from your body or purging it from your mind. And when you can embrace the idea that this too shall pass, this is temporary, and that you will see the beauty again, you will get breaks and reprieves. When you remember that, it gives you the ability, it gives you the groundedness to let the whole thing process through until you get the insight and the wisdom that comes from it. Okay? So if you're having a hard day, and sometimes I'm having a hard day, today's a little bit of a hard day for me, but when you're having a hard day, just remember, this is not going to last for forever. And tomorrow will be another opportunity, and hopefully you'll feel better. Okay? Hey, Deb, great to see you. So what's your homework today? Your homework today is to give yourself 10 minutes to just be present with you, to feel whatever it is you're feeling, to be angry, hurt, anything. So Annie says, awesome. Today is the only 8/30/2018 that you will ever live. So live it as well as you can live. Absolutely. Today is the only day that's ever going to be like this. And every moment is the only moment that's ever going to be like this. And so you're going to be okay. It's going to be a great day. Take those 10 minutes, be present, love yourself, validate yourself, no matter what the voices say. Tell them, hey, thanks for being here. Thanks for coming up. And let yourself do what needs to be done. Because when you do, then you'll end up on the other side with a little bit more wisdom and a little bit more understanding and more peace, more inner peace. It's not going to last for forever, although it takes a lot longer than you think. Hey, Alina. So, have a great day. Take your 10 minutes. Like, share, love, comment on other people's comments, because we totally need this. This is how Facebook algorithm works. And I'll get back to everybody because I'm a real person. And have a great day. Oh, and if you end up feeling stuck, give me a call. We'll set up a free clarity call, and we'll get you on a good track and see, how to help you take your next step. So I'll talk to you later. Bye.